Hello. Wow, that was a bad intro. Let me try that again. Hello, everyone. It is that time. At least for me, at least. It is exactly 6 p.m. on Friday, the time that we always do these live streams. So wherever you're at in the country or the world, bookmark this time, write it down in your calendar or enter it in your calendar. Who really like writes into a calendar anymore? Comment down below if you actually have a physical like paper or whatever calendar that you actually write into. But mark this down. This is what we do every day at this time right now on Fridays and sometimes on other days of the week, but you can count this one pretty much always. I can't remember the last Friday I was not able to live stream. Maybe it was a wedding anniversary or something like that. Who knows? But anyway, welcome everyone. Thanks for being here. And I see our moderators are here. I see Wujita's popped in. Good to see you, Wujita. Hey, and Uncle. Hey, I got started at the beginning for a change. Yeah, you always like a dependable moderator. And I mean, you don't pay. I see you always see every week. You're old faithful. You're not old. You're faithful, Uncle. But I'm glad to see you here. And Peter, it's cool to see Peter here. And and Peter, I've been watching your comments here. I got to watch that Piers Morgan video. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's saying. It's 100 million bees get killed, 100,000 bees get killed, 5 billion bees. He doesn't know it. He's pulling numbers out of his butt, and it's really unfortunate that he doesn't watch response videos that people like myself make that show how factually, conceptually, and logically he's wrong. Or maybe he does and doesn't care because he looks like and sounds like a complete narcissist or sociopath. Speaking of which, welcome to the Friday live stream here on Happy Healthy Vegan's YouTube channel, the Vegan YouTube live stream that is not hosted by a sociopath, a narcissist, or a grifter. No, simple little me, Ryan, music producer, vegan activist, is your host. In case you're not familiar with me, I, in addition to all the things I said and said I was not a second ago there, I was trained in, I'm a PhD philosophy dropout, trained in logic, philosophy, and critical thinking, and that's what we do here in the Friday live streams, and I do that pretty much in most of my videos, unless you see me working out at the gym or going out to have some fun or something like that. But yeah, that's what we do. We look at claims from anti-vegans and just nonsense like Piers Morgan, who just say crazy, wacky, zany stuff. Yeah, people like him and Neil deGrasse Tyson that think they're so clever and think they have these great arguments against veganism. And once you shine the light of critical thinking upon these totally non-critically thought out positions of these just people who think they're so clever, that's what we do here. We just shine the light of critical thinking and see what happens. And I try to be as objective and as unbiased as I possibly can. I actually go out of my way sometimes to help strengthen the arguments, these really horribly, poorly constructed arguments that people like to bring to us here on the Friday live streams. And we put it up for all of us to see, so we see exactly what they're trying to say. And then we, like again, shine the light of critical thinking, see if there's any logical fallacies or if what they're saying actually makes any logical sense. We check it for like facts, if they have some numbers in there or trying to claim there's some objectiveness about their claim. We'll see if it's true or not. And we still haven't had veganism get debunked yet. So we're doing pretty good. We've had a good ride here so far, and I hope to not have veganism fall on my watch again this evening. So anyway, if there's any anti-vegans, you can state your case. I don't see anyone yet. I just see all our regulars here, which is great. Hopefully, if anti-vegans come, they will come later on in the live stream. They usually do. Rarely do we have someone just ready to go from the beginning, just blah, 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 just screaming and yelling about how veganism sucks and all that stuff. So anyway, good to see all our happy fam and all our regulars and all our moderators. I think all our moderators are here right now except for Tracy. So maybe Tracy will even pop on tonight. And who knows? We'll see what goes on. Let's knock on wood there. So welcome everyone. It's been a busy week. As I told you last week, I wasn't sure if I was going to get a video made this week. I promised I would finish up my my workout at the gym video, which I filmed a couple weeks ago. I told you it's no big deal. It's not like it didn't like change the internet or change vegan history or anything like that. But yeah, just something I just thought I'd share. Also, I want to share something with you that I got a couple weeks ago. The glasses that you see me wearing these YouTube videos are my special like computer glasses. They're so I can see things that are like a foot or two away, as opposed to like driving. I would never drive in these. And when I read, I don't need glasses. I just hold stuff up and things are crystal clear when I see, and when I'm reading, like when I'm reading a phone or book or iPad or whatever. But my long distance vision glasses, I got mine replaced. You know, the ones that you've probably been seeing when you see me going out on our trips and, you know, going out to eat and whatever. Those glasses I got before I started the YouTube channel. I think I got them in 2012, so they're over 10 years old, and all the stuff on the side was falling off. So I know I needed a new prescription. So anyway, I figured, okay, while I'm getting my prescription updated, I'll get me a new pair of frames. I'm that frugal. I'll keep a pair of frames for over a decade, even when stuff's falling off. And I'm that kind of guy. I mean, they're still working. They still can replace the lenses in them. Anyway, I got these new glasses. Unfortunately, they don't have the glare protection that these computer glasses kind of have. There's a little less reflection in these. The new ones have zero protection. I told them I can't really see all that well with them. It's kind of, I tell you, this is great. If I'm playing basketball, I'm driving out in the freeway, whatever, just walking around outside. These are awesome. But I really, it's for seeing up close, it's just not right. I guess that's why people get bifocals and stuff. Veganism debunked. Ryan needs bifocals. But I thought I'd share my new glasses. I got them just a hair over a week ago. So yeah, look forward to seeing these in future vlogs. I wish I had a pair for computer distance too, because I really dig these. I've been wanting to get some really kind of thicker frame lenses for a while. So you'll see them again in the future. I just want to share, I'm excited to get my first pair of new glass frames in about 11 plus years. So anyway, it's ubiquitous. No, I don't like Humane Hancock or Neil deGrasse Tyson. Nothing personal. I really don't know Neil, or I obviously don't know Neil, and I don't know much about Humane Hancock. The little bits I've heard, I haven't been a big fan of. So to see two people that I really aren't big fans of as far as what they say, nothing against them personally. I think Neil's kind of a charming man of sorts. deGrasse Tyson, yeah, nothing against them personally, but I hear them speak about veganism. I'm not too stoked, particularly deGrasse and some of the stuff I've heard on Humane Hancock. Like, I don't really follow Humane Hancock, just little things I've heard, just, don't jive with me, and he's free to do what he wants. Is he even vegan, guys? Is Humane Hancock even vegan anymore? Let me know, because I don't follow these dudes. If someone's kind of doing something I'm not too into, I'm probably not going to follow them, because I don't even follow people that I like all that well. I don't follow them all that closely. Even people I'm really like fans of, like say Joey Carbstrong, Ed, and Mike the Vegan, stuff like that. I'm not even watching all their content, so I'm really bad about following the people I like. So people I don't really have a thing for, I'm probably not going to watch them because of my limited time. Let's see, Dr. Bear. Ooh, I see we don't want to make our show too political here. I try to stay apolitical as possible, but sometimes we just have to go into those waters. What's that, Dr. Bear? How does it feel knowing that Christian conservatives now have special exemptions to anti-discrimination laws? Yeah, I saw the Supreme Court ruling, was it yesterday? I didn't read all the details. It's to be expected, right? This is the most conservative sitting. I'm not sure how discrimination has anything to do with being like fiscally conservative or whatever, value conservative. I don't get it. I'm not sure. But that's somehow just like climate change. How does that have anything to do with conservatism? A lot of these like culture war issues have been co-opted by certain political parties, and it's unfortunate. Things like student loan forgiveness is a political issue, and stuff like that. I don't understand, but it just shows you the sad state of politics that our country finds itself in, and more reason why I would love to leave this country, but I think I'm just going to leave the continent as soon as I possibly can, and just hope our country doesn't go down the pooper anytime soon. Anyway, Graven, Ryan, don't you want to hear how you can debunk veganism? Yeah, Graven, you were the last person I would think ever would want to debunk veganism, but have at it. Hey, Sarah, you've been a happy fam for 6 months now? Awesome, Sarah. I remember, before you became a member, you were one of the last people I knew that just had no, that you said you had no like online payment situation, which is awesome. Totally cool. But that's one thing I really like about the internet, is just be able to order something like stuff, especially that I can't find, and just have it delivered to my house a couple days later. That's like a killer application of the internet for sure. But thanks for breaking that cool thing you had going on there, Sarah, for us. I appreciate it, and it's good to see her as a happy fam. Let's see. What's that, Peter? In the Piers Morgan video, he admitted he would drink urine. Why would Piers Morgan want to drink urine? I got to see this video. Okay, so I know you said you sent me a few links there, Peter, so I'll check this out. I want to see Piers Morgan just start blabbing on how 100 million bees, then 100 billion bees, and then now he'll drink urine. Like, how would that help anything? How would drinking urine help any problem in the world? That's just crazy. But, as crazy as crazy does, they say, right? Anyway, Dr. Bear at VLAM, I really feel for my, I'm going to repeat your word in here verbatim because I feel the same. I really feel for my LGBTQ friends today. And in case, and the case didn't even have standing. It was based on a lie. Oh, I missed what you're talking about there. But I have many LGBTQ friends who are very active on social media, expressing how their feelings now about safety are like shot. It's kind of like how I felt as an Asian during 2020 when the China virus, when certain people, I'm not going to mention any names in the political world, were saying that, and there was this huge, more than I've ever seen in my entire life, this violence towards innocent Asian people in the United States. People like me, people have never been to China even, just getting attacked, not only physically, but vandalism and stuff like that. So the same things kind of happen now. It's just unfortunate when misinformation and rhetoric gets ratcheted up in the public sphere, often by, people with bad intentions. They don't care what the consequences are. And what I'm getting at, I know many LGBTQ friends who say they feel less safe now than they ever have. And that's just unfortunate, why is it cool to hate on people? I don't understand that. Can someone explain to me, if someone's one of these people that thinks it's they're justified in hating on people, being violent towards people based on some attribute about them, not like anything they've done per se, like us vegans, like people will hate me just because I'm vegan, not because I'm a vegan activist. I mean, people who don't even know who Happy Healthy Vegan is, they'll learn, oh, you're vegan, well, I hate you because you're a bad person. Like, what is it? What is this thing that triggers people when they see someone who's different from them, and it feels like that triggering in their mind justifies hating on people, and on top of that, even being physically violent, verbally violent towards people? Can someone explain that to me? Does anyone understand this? Maybe there's some psychologists out here on our crew, people who study this, because to me, I don't understand it in the slightest bit. Yeah, sweet potato sister, we just want to live our lives, nothing else. Exactly. Anyway, and the First Amendment shouldn't be used to hate. And the First Amendment does not apply to people. It applies to government. It applies to government, not stopping people from presenting their positions in a government setting. We're not the government here. You just can't go yell some racial epithet at a person or some anti-LGBTQ saluted person and say First Amendment. No, that person was not the government or anything like that. They don't even understand. They try to pretend they know the Constitution. They don't even understand their freaking First Amendment. Wow, vegan metalhead, a Muslim who was spit on in Europe. See what I'm talking about? What gives people the right? And I'm sure that person, I'm just taking a guess. They probably thought they were Christian religious, they were justified in their religious beliefs or something like that to do that. I mean, what religion, I'm saying any religion, what religion gives you the right to just walk up to a stranger that you don't like and do some hateful act, and in your mind think, oh, it's totally cool because my religion says it's cool to do hateful things. I thought religions were about peace. All religions, but it's people who have twisted the goodness found in the religions of the world and found a way to twist it to their own evil and rotten ends. Maybe I'm getting too political here. I don't want to be, but I'm just saying that's my theory. Oh, hey, Graven. Okay, you're saying that veganism got debunked. If you eat organic vegetables, you'll get parasites. So said your doctor. Veganism debunked? What? That's an argument that needs to be teased out. And the conclusion, veganism debunked, doesn't follow from the premises. So let's get these premises up here, Graven. If you eat, or I'm going to just put that up here, Graven, if you don't mind. I don't mean to put you on the poop wall. I want to get your doctor's words here.
Cruelty.
Oops, wrong one. Oops, wrong one.
I'm going to leave
there
your words on this board
poop
for
wall.
all my classes to enjoy, giving you full credit, of course.
Graven's, I'm going to qualify this as Graven's doctor. Okay, so Graven's doctor said, if you eat organic vegetables, you'll get parasites. Veganism debunked. I don't understand. What? Let's look at the definition of veganism, because does getting parasites mean you're not vegan anymore or something? Oops, I'm sorry. 1 second here, guys. Oops, wrong button. Let's look at the definition of veganism. It's a philosophy and way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of cruelty and exploitation to animals. Anyway, so let's look at, okay, so veganism is against animal cruelty and exploitation. Got that, Graven's doctor? I know Graven's doctor isn't watching, but we're against animal cruelty and exploitation as far as possible and practicable. So if you eat an organic vegetable, you get a parasite. Well, is that even true? Is that even a true statement? Because I eat organic vegetables, that means I have parasites. Then where's the animal cruelty and exploitation of? Let's say that's true. Let's say if you eat, everyone who eats organic vegetables always gets a parasite, 100% of the time, slam dunk. All right, so where's the animal cruelty and exploitation in getting a parasite? I'm not understanding this. Again, I've studied philosophy on the PhD level. If the argument made any sense, I should be able to grasp it. Even anyone studying philosophy on the undergraduate level should be able to understand the argument if it made any effing sense. So, Graven, you should invite your doctor to come to the live stream, because there's way more to your doctor's argument that needs to be filled in. This is completely like, I should say it's an extremely incomplete argument. There's so many missing premises. This conclusion doesn't even come close to following from the eating organic vegetables gives you parasites. How is that animal cruelty? First of all, is that even factually true? Does anyone know if that's factually true? Let me know if anyone of you guys know if this is factually true or not. But even if so, how does that conclusion follow that veganism's debunked? Anyway, Reed Redlock says, are parasites sentient? If so, consuming them isn't vegan, right? Well, again, let's look at the definition. We're against animal cruelty and exploitation. So, as far as possible and practicable. So let's assume parasites are sentient. I have no idea. I'm not a biologist, a microbiologist. You aren't either, guys. I don't know. Does someone know? But let's assume they are. Let's just give them the benefit of the argument, assume what they're saying is true. How is that animal cruelty and exploitation as far as possible and practical? This is the nirvana fallacy. People that like Piers Morgan and others who demand perfection, who say if there's zero harm, if there's absolutely any harm that a vegan incurs in his or her life, veganism is null and void. Because in these people's mind, the definition of veganism is a way of living which seeks to avoid all harm, is total harm, which, if there's any harm incurred in a vegan's life, they are no longer vegan, and the concept of veganism has been debunked. No, that's not what veganism is. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation, and I wish these anti-vegans wouldn't be so, what's the word I'm looking for? So they think they're so smart that they try to redefine a concept that's been perfectly defined, or not very well defined since the 1940s. But no, people have never been vegan for a second of their life, a day of their life. Think it's their job to define veganism and define it in such a way that no one could ever possibly be vegan, because they're demanding perfection. There's no way to have zero harm, and that's not what veganism is about. It's not a zero. Notice how the word harm is not even in here. The words animal cruelty and exploitation are in here. People are so dumb. So Graven said, I asked her, your doctor, if she was trying to get you to eat meat, and she said no, but wanted to warn me that vegans get parasites a lot from organic vegetables. A lot? Let's even look that up. I mean, why? Okay, Graven, this is crazy. Why are vegans the ones who are susceptible to getting parasites from organic vegetables? It's like only vegans buy organic vegetables? See how horrible this reasoning is? I mean, I go to farmers market a lot now because it's cherry season. I see plenty of organic produce there, and you know what? I don't think it's vegans that are buying, it's just regular non-vegan people. See how silly and ridiculous her setup is here. Her assumption that organic produce is sold to vegans, or are vegans somehow more susceptible to getting parasites? See how ridiculous this is. She would fail an intro to logic course, an intro to critical thinking course. Your doctor would not do well at all with just flimsy stuff like that. Hey Sarah, you gifted 5 memberships. So we got a few that have grabbed them, like Chris Murphy and Jokic. All right, Jokic. And Rebecca and Norman were all gifted one. And Uncle was gifted one too. So if we do like a members only live stream, Uncle can attend it. So awesome. Yeah, Giovanni, back to Graven's, crap. I'm having trouble here. Back to Graven's doctor here. Graven's doctor here is saying if you eat organic vegetables, you're gonna get parasites. Would you point out there, Giovanni, that the doc needs to learn something about food safety and parasites in meat? I don't know. I've never gotten had an organic banana give me a parasite, as far as I know. Eating organic potatoes, I don't think they've ever given me parasites. So I want to see what your doctor knows that I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Mazzy, most of the tapeworms that affect humans come from eating, as I thought, undercooked animal products, particularly beef and pork, not from eating a banana that hasn't been sprayed with like Monsanto fertilizer or pesticides or whatever. Yeah, thanks, Sarah. Thank you so much. Awesome. Our numbers grow here in our happy fam. So awesome. We are a strong cult. Yeah, Sarah's rocking for sure, huh? Sean says, a guy I work with said he was a chef and was questioning you about being vegan and why you ate Texas toast. What is Texas toast? I've never heard of that. Educate us there. Yeah, hey Bill, yeah, very simple. If vegans can get parasites from organic vegetables, then anyone can, right? Why? Or was Graven's doctor somehow asserting or assuming that somehow vegans are more susceptible? Like if you eat meat, you can get by with the organic vegetables. The parasites will perish once they encounter the meat in your belly or something like that. Like, see how ridiculous this is. Anyway, yes, Graham, I'm the charismatic cult leader. That's what you need as a cult. You have to have a charismatic cult leader, and I will do that. I'm not the reincarnation of Jesus of Nazareth or Mary Magdalene like Tim Sheaf's new vegan cult leaders, but hey, I'm doing my best here, right? Gravy, you left that appointment so confused. Yeah, I would, if you can, find another doctor, because your doctor, seriously, if you ever see that doctor again, please have her come to the Friday live stream and explain this to someone who is actually learned in veganism and logic and philosophy, and we'll have your doctor present her case here and see if she presents it any better. How vegans, if you eat organic vegetables, you're going to get parasites, and therefore veganism's debunked. Peter says, Texas toast is a very thick slice of Joe's steak cooked in a frying pan because it doesn't fit in a toaster. Okay. Sean says it's a type of bread that is never made with animal products. Awesome. Dr. Bear says that's exactly why you're so hesitant to go to a doctor. Don't let that deter you, Dr. Bear. You don't have a primary care physician right now and need to find one, but you're concerned about getting an anti-vegan dismissive one. That's a possibility for sure, Dr. Bear, a very real possibility. However, I've been bounced around different doctors with various health insurances for since we started our channel and before, and I've never had an anti-vegan doctor. I've had ones who were concerned, like, oh my God, we got to test your iron right away, son. You're probably going to be sick. Then my iron comes back smashing, you know? So I've never had it. Not to say you won't. I'm just saying it's not as bad as you might think. Maybe in your area things are different, but for my experience here in Southern California, it's been pretty easy for me to find doctors who didn't seem to have anything against my veganism. In fact, the ones who I spent the longest time with, like 5+ years, they expect my blood test to always come back pretty good and all my markers, because that's what I did every year. So they kind of know, yeah, this old vegan dude, he's pretty healthy. They had no problems. So they're saying, hey, you're 50 something and you have markers like this. Keep doing what you're doing, because we have people half your age and they're not looking as good. Not like appearance wise. We're talking about markers. You could look great and be super unhealthy. Looks has nothing to do. Your physical looks has nothing to do with your internal health. Yeah, Dr. Bear, but still, I wouldn't let any of those things deter you. If you need to see a doctor, Dr. Bear, go see a doctor. Please don't hold back on that because of a potential anti-vegan healthcare professional you might or might not have. Just go and try your, if you meet with a doctor who's not cool, find another one. Odds are you're not going to get 2 in a row. That'd be pretty amazingly bad odds. Sarah, your best girlfriend is a doctor and she's not rich. Yeah, it's kind of a misconception. Not all doctors are rich, but yeah, a lot are. A lot of ones I know are doing pretty well, but yeah, it all depends. Yeah, Drew, you've come across many bad doctors, but you've learned that's pretty much many field, right? Yeah, exactly. There's good and bad. You just got to weed them out. Yeah, if you find a good one, stick with them. Or at least just keep them in your contacts on your phone. Your vitamin D is still horrible, Graven? Yeah, I assume you're taking vitamin D supplements too, huh? I wonder how mine are now, because mine were a little bit below 30 on my last blood test, and a lot of people say, veganism debunked. Like, no, it was a cloudy, cold winter. I didn't get outside much. And I just started recently taking a vitamin D supplement not too long before that blood test. Dr. Bear agreed. I know that I should try going to a doctor. Good. Again, I don't try to give medical advice here. I'm just giving you practical human advice here. Yeah, you got to go to the doctor sometimes. Anyway, thank you for encouraging you to do so. No problem. It's too bad, though, knowing how many people don't seem to really care about people. That's true. They don't have to care about you, but you just want them to do their job. You know what I'm saying? Who cares what they're like on the inside when they're working with you and treating you? If they can do their job in a professional manner, it doesn't matter too much if they care about you. I know what you're saying. Yeah, it'd be great if they actually did care about you. And, I know what you're saying. But if they can do their job and be professional and give you your blood labs and whatever you need, or whatever work you need done, that's the most important part. Graven, you're still horrible. Vitamin D. Plus now you're scared of parasites, potatoes. No, your doctor doesn't know what she's talking about. Again, please have her come here and try to explain this to us. Try to have her save our lives here. Let's see. Hey, Jordan Vegan. Hey, are you here, Jordan? Let me see if I spot Jordan. Let's see. Just welcome Jordan for being a member for 5 months. Let's see, I'm not seeing Jordan's comment. Oh, there you are. There's Jordan. Hey, Jordan Vegan USA 15. Hello, Jordan. It was a pleasure to meet you last Thursday. Yeah, just a little over a week ago. That was a fun evening. We met him when he came out for VidCon at Anaheim, just right across the street from Disneyland. So we took him to the Disneyland Hotel where we have the pizza by the poolside. Unfortunately, they shut the restaurant down earlier in the day for some unforeseen problem, and we ate at another restaurant there that had the pizza. But anyway, it all worked out. It's good to meet Jordan and his mom. We met them before on a video call, but it was cool to meet them in person. Dr. Bear, again, don't let those things turn you off. The doctor the doctors I've been working with lately, I don't think they came from the rich backgrounds. You know, I mean, some do, a lot do. I know what you're saying, but yeah, just if you gotta go though, Dr. Barrier, don't let any misgivings about the profession prevent you from seeking the attention you may need. Sarah, your dad has had doctors that overprescribe. It infuriates you. I've heard that can be a problem, huh? Doctors just like to like make their time spent with the patient less, just here prescribe and kind of be on their way. I've heard about that. Hopefully that's not what they're doing with your dad. Dr. Bear, you would love medical school to be such that anyone who's willing to work hard and really cares about people go to medical school, not just the rich. Yeah, that would be great. Fu Man Poo, what's that? HHV Grim Reaper robes would be cool, like for sale. Would you buy those if Angie designed some Grim Reaper robes branded with... That's not going to happen, Angie just said. She heard me say that. And is Lynn here? I thought I saw Lynn pop up here. If I didn't say hello to you, Lynn... hello, Lynn, if you're still here. A lot of people I haven't said hello to yet. My bad. I'll scroll up and see who else I haven't said anything. Yeah, there's Lynn. There's Lynn saying hi to Jordan. There you go. Yeah, Jordan just popped on. Lynn, tell hello to Farmed and Dangerous. And let them know that, who's that guy? Bob's not... Bob, what's his last name again? Huh? Hill, yeah, Bob Hill is not on tonight. And he wasn't on last week either, so maybe Bob is gone. Gustavo says, I've been vegan for 2 years. Awesome. And your doctor congratulated you for your great numbers. Yeah, which usually happens to me too, especially given my advanced years. Saying to keep doing it. Yep, that's what they say. They say whatever you're doing is obviously working out pretty well for you. Ask to get tested for iron and B12 and your numbers are great. Yeah, ask for iron and B12. Iron is not always necessarily included. Some blood panels have it automatically. Some don't. So ask for iron. And once you say you're vegan, they'll say, yes, we got to test you for iron. You're probably anemic and going to die. And just laugh at them. Just say, yes, please do it because you want that done for free. But B12 is never included automatically. So again, play the vegan card. Say, hey, I'm vegan. I'm really worried about my B12 and iron. And they'll add those on and it should be free for you. Giving you all my little tips here on how to maximize your insurance and your blood test, assuming you have insurance. Lynn, Farmed was here earlier, but bailed when the chat turned political. Tell him, yeah, I didn't want to make the chat political, and we veered off. That was just something we did for a couple seconds. You know, I mean, and yeah, I believe veganism has nothing to do with political, but yeah, a question was asked about a Supreme Court decision about affirmative action, and unfortunately, these things have become politicized. I'm not sure why things like that in student loans are politicized these days. Yeah, tell them not to take offense, but we veered on. But it's unfortunate that some issues I think just affect us regular people have been unfairly politicized. Anyway, Fu, you have sugar diabetes, all kinds of other afflictions. Dead Fu walk in. Oh no, do you really have diabetes, Fu? I didn't know that. If so, Fu never delves into politics. No, you never express your opinions of your local governor there, huh? Yeah, Sarah says, it's not very political here. I try to keep it that way because I know we have people of all political backgrounds. And I want to emphasize, I don't have an iron in the fire. Is that the idiom? I'm an independent, you know, I consider myself an independent political thinker. So if what I say you agree with or disagree with, don't worry. I'm not trying to like push any political agenda here or anything like that. I'm just giving you my own independent thinking. Again, I'm an independent thinker. Not only that's not the only reason why I'm registered independent, but I really don't need people or parties to tell me what to think. You know, I very well think I can think on my own. That's why I studied thinking in college. So, you know, I just kind of do my own thing. Anyway, Jordan, you gotta go. Well, thanks for your 2 super chats there, Jordan. Rock on, Fu, rock on. You gotta go by. We'll tell your mom we said hello and hope you're enjoying the last of the Happy Healthy Vegan black shirts, the ones that we printed up on our own here, Jordan. I saw you in the photo with them. It looks good on you. Sweet potato, your dietitian told you not to eat too much white rice because you might get diabetes. I mean, I go between the two. I probably have 50% white rice and 50% non-white rice, like a brown rice or a black rice or wild rice, you know. Anyway, yeah, Dr. Bear. Yeah, I don't think we should be apologetic. I wasn't talking about LGBTQ. I was talking about student loan forgiveness. But LGBTQ rights, we should not be apologetic about this. This has nothing to do with politics. But unfortunately, it's become politicized. So I don't know what to say about that. This goes back to my core beliefs about being vegan. People should not hate you for an attribute about yourself. People will hate me because I'm vegan. People will hate me because I'm Asian. People have hated me for these things. And people will hate others because of their sexual orientation or appearance or something like that. These are all like shithead things. People who hate you for personal attributes, they're lame. They're a-holes. And this is not political. I just say this to anyone. I don't care what politics is. There's no politics involved. If you hate someone for the color of their skin or the kinds of food they prefer to eat, or who they want to have romantic life partners with, those are their decisions. It has nothing to do with people, but people want to hate on others just because others are different. And that's not political. That's just being a mean person. So yeah, I'm not being apologetic about that at all. I stand 100% against all forms of hate. All forms of hate. Hating on vegans, hate on people of any race, color, religion, even political background, and especially LGBTQ issues. Dr. Bear, I never brought up student loans. I only talked about the anti-LGBT Supreme Court's ruling today because now your gay friends can be discriminated against. Wow. Maybe I just read your thing, but yeah, I got to read more about that. I thought I saw the headline, how someone at work can like decide not to serve someone that they don't like. Like, what the hell's up with that? I mean, that's their job. It's scary. Hope none of you have anything like that ever happen to you. Van Moyman, you hate animal abusers? Yeah, I hate them too. That's the only thing I hate. I hate animal abusers for sure. I hate them along with you. Maybe that's the problem, Uncle. It's all about love, and maybe these people are very anti-love. Looks like Graven, you were in a different live and you said something about being vegan, got attacked. And they said you kill. Isn't it funny how people say vegans kill, even though they're the ones who kill every day, every meal of every day to continue living, and vegans don't. But they like to bring out how we kill. Like if anything is harmed by being vegan, it's like 100 times more for non-vegans. But again, they just love to bring up the nirvana fallacy, which I'm sure they've never heard of. That's all it is. Like, oh, for you kill like 1/100th of what I do. You're a killer. Like you're 100 times worse killer if I'm a killer. What's that, Peter? In Canada, 3 people were stabbed at Ontario University in a gender studies class. See, here's what I'm talking about. See, Lynn, tell Farm to Dangerous. This is not political. This is about hate. Why are people hateful? This has nothing to do with politics, even though I know one party is more against LGBTQ than others, but that's not my fault. I have nothing to do with that. I'm just saying, here we go. Why are people now, why is it a certain group of politicians have stirred up so much anti-LGBTQ hate in people? This is so wrong, ethically and morally wrong to cause up that kind of hate. And what happens as a consequence? Stuff like what Peter just said there. 3 people in Canada were stabbed in Canada at a gender studies class. Anyway, yeah, we're getting in deep here tonight, guys. Anyway, oh, Graven, let's see these people that called you a killer. They called the vegan in the group a killer. I said, if I kill everything and you do too, then we're the same. They told me to eat a burger. Well, the burger necessitates killing, but eating some potatoes with or without parasites doesn't involve killing. And what do they think their burger producing animals are fed? They're just magically growing burgers inside them? No, they're being fed grains, which kill and harm plenty of bugs and stuff like that. Hey, Super Bowl, are you a new member here? Super Bowl, I don't remember you joining. So if you are Super Bowl, thanks for joining the Happy Fam. Welcome to the fold. Yeah, Giovanni, this is what I was trying to say. I wish politicians realize that every decision they make can affect people. That's food. That's good food. Be prepared. You never know what could happen to you in your area there. Hopefully nothing like that will ever happen. Peter Cunnington, you were just called a bug killer at a bacon festival? So hey, if I kill bugs, your lifestyle necessitates one or two exponential factors greater number of bugs being killed, because way more plants are produced to feed livestock than humans. So if bugs are being harmed when a vegan eats something, infinitely almost more bugs are being harmed for all the livestock, because there's 80 billion animals raised for slaughter every year, and they're killed every year too. Well, the 8 billion humans on this planet require way less plants to eat, and we don't kill them all every year like the livestock. Been here a few minutes. Well, thanks for joining, Super Bowl. If you're looking for some fellow vegan compadres, you have found them here. And I was gonna say I was calling myself a vegan cult leader, but I don't want to scare you away. That's what we joke about here, because I've heard if you're vegan, people say, "Oh, veganism's a cult." So we joke around. Yep, it is, and I'm the cult leader, which I am not. Wow, Uncle. So out here in Southern California, where people are generally not as closed-minded and bigoted, but here it is. I don't like bigots. That's one thing I don't like. I don't like bigots at all. Somebody threw a firecracker into an LGBTQ musical gathering in Hermosa Beach a few days ago. They got it on surveillance camera. Hope they find and prosecute the bigot. I hope they do 100%, Uncle. Find and prosecute the bigot. Oh, Super Bowl, you've been watching this channel for years now. Happy to be here. Awesome. Well, come. We're here every Friday. We do this every Friday. We do we started it 42 minutes ago. So whatever time it is right now, subtract 42 minutes every Friday, this time right here. And we live premiere all our regular videos, our non-live stream videos. So come, and we have our little chats during the video premieres. So we have all kinds of fun things. And we also have a cool sale to share with you guys. Let me... hang on one sec here. Where is it? Yeah, we have, Angie got us this new code. If you want to get one of our tees, like what I'm wearing right now, doesn't suck being vegan, or vegan cult member, or happy healthy vegan, those, typical, with our logo on it. We have a summer sale that we were able to get for a couple weeks. I think it is on July 11th, but I just pasted it down below in the chat there. 20% off our tees and our ebooks too. Use code SummerVibes20 at merch.happyhealthyvegan.org. So you can get one of these shirts. They're the Happy Healthy Vegan shirt. Let me just show you guys really, really, really quickly. I'm not going to make this a big advertisement or anything. Hang on one second. I'm slow. It's because I'm vegan. Oops, wrong one. Merch.happyhealthyvegan. Here we go. All this stuff here. Doesn't suck being vegan. The non-deficient vegan shirt. Wear that with a nice smirk and smile on your face. My food doesn't scream. Angie made that one recently. We also made the woke narcissist of compassion shirt. A few of you guys bought that. It's an inside joke because of some nonsense that Jordan Peterson said. Happy Healthy Vegan tees are all here. You can get some styles and colors that we never offered before. So yeah, all down there. It's good till July 11th. So go for it before you forget. Because if you're like me, I forget things immediately. Not because I'm vegan, just because there's so many brain cells and there's way more information than the brain cells can accommodate. What's that, sir? Your dad had tons of guns, but he's not a nut. He just likes them. They're pieces of art to him. Yeah, I can understand. I remember in our members only live stream, Lynn and Farmed and Dangerous were surprised that I shoot guns sometimes. You know, I'm not going to reveal on a live stream my security situation, but yeah, I've been to shooting ranges. I know how to fire off a handgun, you know, but yeah, it's not something I'm you know, like gonna base my whole career around or something like that. Yeah. Hey, Mazzy, you just became a member. Awesome. We got 2 new members today, Super Bowl and Mazzy, and all the 5 members that Sarah gifted earlier today. So thanks. We got 7 new members in our fold. So I really have to try to get Angie to have us do a members only live stream. I'm not sure that's going to happen anytime soon, guys. A lot of home repairs that we've been putting off for literally 3-4 years. I finally stepped up and we're getting them taken care of because they're just bugging us. They keep getting worse. Things just keep they don't get better unless you try to do something about it. And as you guys know, I would like to move sometime in the not so distant future. So I can't show our house well if our kitchen floor is all cracked and one of the 2 toilets is sinking into the ground. So that's tomorrow. We have a big day. A plumber's coming. He's going to be here all day fixing all sorts of plumbing issues, fixing the sinking toilet situation, all sorts of crazy things are going to be happening over the next week. Yeah, the flooring's going to start happening in the kitchen. Did you guys see on our Instagram? I think Angie showed the cracks in the floor of our kitchen. It's pretty bad. So anyway, guys, yeah, I'm not sure. This week is going to be weird. It's 4th of July is in the middle of it all on Tuesday, in case you weren't following your calendars. And we have all this house repair stuff going on. But we'll do the live stream for sure on Friday. I'm just not sure how much content we're going to make. I know Peter sent me some great video ideas, and I'll see if I can do them. Tomorrow's out of the question, though. There's going to be drills and all sorts of noises all day. Maybe Sunday I'll have some time. But it's going to be a weird-ass week for us. But, you got to fix things. Because, like I said, they don't get better on their own. You actually have to, suck it up and just deal with it. We've been putting it off since, the toilet's been sinking pretty hardcore since, 2019, I think. We just turned the water off. Fortunately, we have 2 bathrooms here, so we just haven't used that toilet for all these years. Anyway, yeah, what's that, Drew? Remodeling / repairs are stressful. But great job pushing through and taking out. We just got to do it finally, and I told Angie, think about how nice it's going to look, because we always hated the tile in that bathroom, and the floor's got to come up anyway. So we got some nice old-fashioned hexagonal tile like we have in my bathroom. We have an old house, so it'll look really good in there. It'll look really sweet. So this what's that? A light at the end of the tunnel, a rainbow at the end, whatever. Yeah, there's going to be a nice thing that we'll enjoy out of it. Uncle, if your house is old as you already have cracks too, our house is older than you, Uncle. I think I would wager our house is a little bit older than you, Uncle, considering our house goes back to the 1910s. I don't think Uncle can compete with that at all. Maybe our house is haunted, Graven. I have yet to see any spirits or anything like that, but I'll keep my eyes open. I don't think there's a ghost in the toilet or anything like that. Wow, we're 49 minutes in, and besides Graven Baby's doctor, no one's tried to debunk veganism yet tonight. This is pretty amazing. Peter, did I inherit my house? No, we did not inherit this house. Bought it, started paying a loan on it in 2000, which is great. It kind of froze us into the economics of housing costs in the year 2000. There's property tax adjustments that go up each year, and inflation with home insurance, but still having your housing costs pretty much fixed for frozen from 2 decades ago, almost 2.5 decades ago, it's been wonderful. It just helped us out so much economically. We got really lucky that things worked out as they did. AJ, your house is from 1920. Awesome. Yeah, you know what it's like to have an old house then too. Yeah, things happen, and they're not built perfectly, but they're generally built pretty well, very strong. It's got strong bones. But yeah, things go wrong after time. It's Buddhism, you know, everything's impermanent. Uncle, yeah, we're still paying a mortgage. We're getting there. We've been here so long. We're getting close. I mean, not that close, but we're getting there. I see the light at the end of the tunnel of that one finally too. We're over the hump, let's say. Yeah, Drew, I'm with you, man. I was a perfect window in my life when I could afford a house. You're saying you wish you could afford buying houses, but they're way too expensive. They're expensive everywhere. I mean, it's crazy right now. If I waited another year or two, I probably would have not been able to do it. It was this perfect timing where before real estate really started skyrocketing here in Long Beach, and I looked good financially on paper since I had like really nice looking jobs on my right then and right before then. I looked good, so it all worked out. They would never give me a loan right now, never. Sarah, you don't want to own, maybe ever. Yeah, I mean, there's pros and cons, and it all depends on so many variables, financial, personal variables, as to what's going to work out best for any person or couple or whatever, So yeah, for me, it just happened to work out really well, and it's been a blessing, I guess, for us to be frozen in the prices of like decades ago, because we couldn't afford this. I mean, seriously, I see like much smaller apartments in our neighborhood. They're like twice as much as what my whole thing is here. It's not fair. It's just crazy. I'm with you, AJ. You only own because you like no one telling you how to live. I like that too. I like being able to just do what I want here, set up the studio and the rooms and offices how we need them to be. Make modifications that you wouldn't really be able to make in a rental quite so easily. Peter, you don't ever think you'll own a real size house? Yeah, I like smaller homes too. Yeah. This home isn't too big. It's just a little over 1,000 square feet, but it gets it done because, it's just the two of us and a couple animals. I agree with you, Sarah. I'm with you. That's kind of more like a Native American philosophy or Buddhist. Yeah, we're all just renters here on Earth. We're a tiny speck of time. Oh, humans. I get it. I'm just saying, yeah, just as far as the economics, the finances of being able to live here in Southern California and, a relatively decent place here. I got lucky. I just made a gamble at a certain time in my life, and it was a good gamble. Yeah, interest rates are really crazy now too. Yeah. Our interest rates are like way lower than what is being offered in the marketplace right now if you have to get a new house. Yeah, Dr. Bear, one of the advantages, if you can own a house outright, you've eliminated the mortgage expense out of your monthly bills and, expenses. So there is some plus if you can own a home outright, but that's a big if there. It takes a lot of money or a lot of time, and both, tiny houses are cool, yeah. Your house is 1,250 square feet. Yeah, ours is actually 1,210 or something like that. So you got an old, smaller house, and I don't want to move somewhere bigger. When we make our next move, I would really prefer it to be like the same or smaller. Oh, Bill, wow, studio apartment, 300 square foot with a shared kitchen. You are poor, but you have no debt. Awesome. Then you're not poor in that sense. Yeah, that's great to be debt free. Amaya, where to go hiking near Long Beach? Not a lot of places. Angie and I are hardcore nature lovers, and one thing that really sucks about living in the Los Angeles region is the lack of nature. I mean, it's a continuous city from San Diego and the Mexican border all the way up into Central California. There's just a city all the way up and down the coast with a few little pockets here and there, like say the Camp Pendleton Marine Base, but can't really hike there unless you're a United States Marine. There's some places and stuff, but there's not a lot of nature here. So that's one reason why we are really excited to move to a place with way fewer people and way more nature. Drew, yeah, the idea of not giving a landlord your money sounds very nice. Yeah, and I'm working towards that too. When I make my move that I'm talking about, I don't want to jinx it, but part of the plan is to make it in such a way that I'll no longer have a mortgage or a landlord. It's going to be, paid for, and that huge expense and burden will no longer be for me. So it's something I'm working towards. I'm not there yet, but I have this big plan. It's this crazy ass plan I have. I keep thinking about it more all the time, and I actually need to probably meet with a financial advisor to run my plan by and make sure I'm not crazy, make sure it makes sense, financial sense. So I'm going to try to do that in the not so distant future too, just to make sure I'm just not some crackpot internet researcher at home and making some horrible decisions. JW, no, my plan is to is Hawaii. Oh, Sarah, and thanks for showing me, pointing out some good old-fashioned Hawaiian music for me, Sarah. Yeah, I was checking out. What'd you show me? Ledward Kapana and his band. Yeah, I've been listening to that a little bit this week. I like that. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, some kind of old school Hawaiian vibe. So thanks for sharing that with me. Have you met him? And what was it you told me, Sarah? Like is it through your dad or something like that? You have connections with these really prestigious old school Hawaiian musicians. That's really cool to have connections to that. Drew, how does Angie feel about the idea of moving? Oh, she's totally down. She's like me. We're just way too many people here and way too little nature. I want to live and just go out and hike all the time or whenever I want. Not have to drive 2 hours to find a little patch of nature that's shared by another million people that live all around it. I just want to be able to just go out and breathe fresh air and not have a port right here like we do. Anyway, yeah, she's totally down with it. I mean, she's like me. There's a lot of fear. It's a complex process, moving all this stuff, but we're not even there yet. We have a lot of stuff to do beforehand, and fixing up the house right now is part of the grand plan. So we're actually on this plan, as I've said before, this ancient Chinese proverb, like the journey of a million steps begins with one step, and we're on step 1 or 2 right now. Conservative vegan, LA has an endless amount of hiking, not in the city, man. I mean, yeah, if you live in LA, you can hike on some very urban areas, say Elysium Park over by Dodger Stadium, really suburban area because downtown LA's right there. I guess if you get a little further out, there's the Hollywood Hills. I used to live not too far from the Hollywood Hills, so I walked up to the Hollywood sign before. But I mean, that's not a whole lot. I mean, if you really wanted some good hiking, you got to drive out further to the mountains if you're looking for elevation and stuff like that. But if you've lived there before, conservative vegan, yeah, you'll know, or visited. It's a big urban and suburban sprawl. There's not too many places where developers haven't already developed. Hey, thanks, Atomic Vegan, and thank you for the weekly cult dues and donation to the Hawaii Fund. I guess that's what's all happening now. Everything's kind of gearing up towards making that happen in the the kind of distant future. It'll probably happen no sooner than next year, and I don't even think next year it'll happen, but working at it. We just keep plugging away, and we'll get there, hopefully. But yeah, thanks, AJ. Thank you, Atomic Vegan. Much appreciated. We're actually going to not get any Panda Express tonight because I told you tomorrow the plumber's going to be here all day. So we probably figure we'll probably head out once or twice and get some meals out tomorrow just to get away from the insanity of all the drills and machines that they're using. Because he did a little bit yesterday to get started. It was loud. It was super loud. It's not too far from this room, so it would be impossible to really do any work. What's that Dr. Bear telling Sarah? And at least with owning, eventually you stop making mortgage payments. That's the end goal. That's the dream right there. That's the huge advantage. And not everyone gets there. Sometimes people keep refinancing and into longer loans and never get there. But that's the whole thing. If you can get to the end of the loan and not have to pay a mortgage or a landlord anymore, that's the beauty of it. But yeah, it takes a lot of time and money and work. With renting, there's pluses and minuses. The cool thing about renting is you don't have to worry about paying for. You have to worry about problems, if the toilet goes out and you need a plumber to fix it, yeah, the landlord should be paying for that. If the roof starts leaking, you might have to complain for a few months or a year, but they'll pay for that because repairing a roof's expensive. It's like over $10,000 here. You know, I had to pay for that last in 2020. It's crazy, you know. So there are advantages to renting for sure, huge advantages. So you know, it's a trade-off. It really is. Uncle, what are we going to do with Jojo and Bodhi? We're going to throw them in this room probably. There's actually another door out in the hallway that'll seal the hallway off from, and this room off from the rest of the house. So they have their the other bathroom with their box in there so they can poop or if they have to and hang out in this room. So they'll probably be chilling in here hopefully tomorrow. Hey, Peter, was that you there? When you grew up in the 90s, thanks for the super chat tip there, Peter. People said if you don't study hard, you'll be living in a van down by the river. Today it's expensive to even live in a van down by the river. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Things are so expensive. What's going on in the world that's making housing so expensive everywhere? Like, what's going on? Yeah, true, Dr. Bear. But whether you own or rent, you're paying for the maintenance anyway. It's true, but yeah, you don't get hit with a $15,000 roof repair bill like I had, or was it like it's close to that, you know? Once you add the garage in, because we had to do that a couple years later. Yeah, I mean, you don't get hit with that right away as a renter. It's like kind of spread out over time. I know what you're saying though. Yeah, you're paying for the maintenance anyway. Part of your rent goes for paying for maintenance. Absolutely. But at least you don't get the huge sting of that, you know? Oh, speaking of which, to take the sting off the plumbing expense that we're incurring, I saw that you know, Bitcoin. I'm not a Bitcoin bro or anything like that. I'm not a Bitcoin enthusiast, but I still have a little bit of Bitcoin and Ethereum left. I looked at my total on the app, and that's pretty close to what the plumber is going to charge us for all the plumbing work. So I sold out my remaining crypto a night or two ago, so I'll have the cash to pay the plumber off on that. So that's cool. It did something positive with my crypto there, paying for some of the whole housework. Hey, Milo, there's too many people, pets, and food animals. It's suicidal. Go antinatals and adopt a child. Yeah, I mean, one thing that's helped us out too in our living expenses is not having children. Now, again, I'm not if you guys want to have children, you know, I'm not pushing any kind of agenda, but I'm saying if you want to live without having to make as much money as possible in order just to basically get by, yeah, not having children can really help with that financial variable there. That really, it goes a long way to just, you know, to cut your costs down and kind of streamline what your how much money you need to make in order to live. Vegan Wesker, yeah, $10K if you want to fix your AC unit. See, those are painful expenditures to fork out. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Dr. Barry, here's part of the reason why housing is so expensive. Corporations buying houses. I've been hearing about how that's increased a lot over the past so many years, compared to like, say, maybe 10 odd years ago. Corporations buying houses and investments, and Airbnb rentals, which would have been like, you know, just long-term rentals. Now they're short-term rentals. So you've have a shrinkage, a decrease in the supply of local rentals, but the demand's still there. So yeah, all those add up. Yep. Yeah, where are the trolls, Foo? Where are the trolls? Heidi, it's interesting. I think I'd be more interested in buying a house in the middle of nowhere country. Like feeling free, buying a house in a city or suburbs would feel restrictive somehow. Yeah, that's my hope. I hope to live somewhere where it's less population dense, not only as a whole, like on the island, but just like in general. I don't want like neighbors all around like here. I'd like to live somewhere where the neighbors are scattered out a bit more. Wow, AJ, corporations are even buying up trailer parks and evicting trailer owners when they raise their rent exorbitantly. I can't believe how this is totally legal. This is crazy. Nothingness. You're planning to donate 50% of your Ethereum, your crypto, to animal welfare groups in the next years. Good for you, Nothingness. Good for you. That's a great, noble use for your funds. I wish I could do that too, but unfortunately, I need to pay my plumber for the big services he's doing for me right now. Several $1,000, not cheap. Jesse Charleston, hey, happy Canada Day. I forgot. Yeah, I saw it was coming up. So that's today. Happy Canada Day to all our Canadian viewers, such as Jesse and Peter. And if anyone else is Canadian, let us know. Happy Canada Day to you as well. Whoa, Milo, what's that? You listen to Jimi Hendrix behind the Hollywood sign when he played at the Hollywood Bowl with the Monkees in 1967? Wow, I didn't know that show existed. Wow, that must be amazing I guess I'd say witness, but witness through your ears Jimi Hendrix live. I can't imagine what that must have been like. So anyway, I feel for all of us who are struggling with high housing costs. It sucks, and it's going to be tougher and tougher, I think, from here on out for anyone to afford homes unless you're already in one and you could sell it and get into another one. Just down payments are crazy, monthly payments are crazy. I couldn't do it anymore. Oh, it's July 1st tomorrow. Thank you, Peter. So, yeah, no one in Canada should hardly be into Saturday yet. It could be close to midnight if you're on the east coast of Canada. But thanks for pointing out to me, Peter, my ignorance of Canadian holidays. Vegan Wesker, irony is us fixing everything before we sell. Well, again, we're not selling right now or anything like that. We'll be here at least all of this year, probably next year too, for the minimum, so we're going to enjoy this. We're going to enjoy having a non-cracked floor in our kitchen, because our floor is cracking. It's old linoleum. I'm guessing maybe from the 60s or something like that. It's all falling apart now. It's horrific. Anyway, that's going to be nice to have fresh flooring in there. It's going to be amazing. So we'll enjoy that. And having Angie's bathroom working, she's going to enjoy that on a daily basis. So, and having the tile be to her more vintage preferences. Yeah, we're going to enjoy the stuff for a bit. Mozzie, it's already July over here. Where are you at, Mozzie? Peter, you do not celebrate Canada Day. Anyways, it's actually Stolen Land Day. Yeah, just like out here too. That'd be cool, Drew. Vegan community. Let's see, Uncle. Some people renovate just for looks rather than to repair. That's my mom. She's always fixing something up. And we go, Mom, your floor is fine, or your bathroom is fine, or whatever is fine. No, it doesn't look like it. No, we don't do that. We fix things only when there's a need, like it's broken, like falling apart. Just like my glasses I showed you. I got new glasses because my old ones were literally falling apart. All these plastic things on the side have both fallen off. But yeah, yeah, we're not those kind of people, Uncle. Yeah, we are fixing things. And when we fix it, we want it to look nice, of course, I mean, we're not going to overpay or anything like that. But yeah, we'll fix it in accordance with what needs to be done structurally and functionally, and do that in accordance with our aesthetics. We have an old house, so it's really easy. We just try to make things look old-fashioned tiles, stuff like that. It's really easy to have an old house. It speaks to you. It tells you what it should get done. So many coats of paints at your house, inside or outside? Because our house, some of our interior rooms, you can see the layers of paint piling up. But we definitely need to paint the exterior. That's something we'll do before we finally put it on the market in the future. Yeah, the exterior is in need of painting, for sure. But we want it to look nice and pretty when the time comes. So when people stroll up, oh, look at that prettily painted house. So we're going to wait till later. Oh, Sarah, you got your Neil Young ticks. I'm jealous. He's going to play in your smaller Oregon town in a smaller theater. I'm so jealous. I've only seen him play in large places. I saw him for the first time at the Hollywood Bowl. Speaking of the Hollywood Bowl, like what Milo's talking about, I saw Neil Young play with Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young in the Hollywood Bowl. This was during like the George W. Bush era, that back then. So it was a ways ago, but not that long ago. I saw him another time in LA downtown at the Nokia Theater, now called the Microsoft Theater. And I saw him once at a giant outdoor festival in Pasadena. So I never saw him in an intimate venue, and I'm sure that'll be mind-blowing because this music is more intimate venue than like arena rock. But he could rock an arena too. So I'm totally jealous, Sarah. You've seen him about 12 times. Oh man, you're so lucky. 12 times. I feel so Neil deprived with only 3 times. Mousy, how old am I? How old do you think I am, Mousy? Yeah, Milo, I understand. Yeah, there's way too many people on the earth. When they move to the country, they take the city with them. And I understand that's messing up a lot of places, like in Hawaii, stuff like that. We're not going to hopefully bring like city living. We want to live a more like country-ish life, Just the city's cool if you need to get some work done, like your car is broken or something like that, get some services, go to the hospital or something like that. Uncle, ever get a table seat at the Hollywood Bowl? No, I know what you're talking about. I see them when I go. No, we're not that wealthy. Dr. Bear, thank gods you have a union college professor job. Good for you. Otherwise, there's no way you could afford it. Corporate landlords only care about getting as much profit as they can, not housing humans. I'm 21. No, thanks for throwing that number out there, Giovanni, but no. Peter, no, I'm definitely not going to live in a van down by the beach either. No. Wow, Sarah, you're bringing your parents to the Neil Young show too? That's totally awesome. I can't imagine bringing my mom to a Neil Young show. That's cool. You can do that. All right, let me take a little 1 hour stretch here. I'm not going to stretch for an hour, but an hour in, roughly. Got to do some stretching here. Got the old tired body. Played basketball at the gym today, so got to stretch a little bit. Get a little stiff and tight here. All right, anyway. All right. Robert Bird, I am 34. Let's see. Does I look like a 34-year-old? No, I don't. I'm actually 55, and next month I will be 56. Totally awesome. 56, which is cool. I finally realized I'm 3.5 years away from being able to take money out of my retirement accounts and not get a penalty for early withdrawal. That's cool. That's part of my whole plan of moving too, is being able to access them in the not so distant future if I need to. Now, hopefully I won't need to right away, but anyway, that's cool. That's one good thing about getting older. If you have a retirement account, you can start touching it. Never done that, Peter. AJ would say 40 if he didn't know me. Yeah, I get that often at the gym. Usually when I play at the gym, that's when I get the most honest age estimates from people. I'm playing them. I'll say, how old do you think I am? You're guarding me like I'm Michael Jordan or something. Like today, I said, why do you guys guard me like I'm Michael Jordan? I'm just an old dude who's tired, But anyway, I get that often. Yeah, people think, they think I'm maybe 10 or even 15 years younger. Sometimes they think I'm in my 30s too, but yeah. I'm 55, about to be 56. Wow, Dr. Bear, you're telling him that Giovanni, with your last comment, you're telling Giovanni how your rent is $1,700 a month for an 800 square foot apartment. Just to put that in perspective there, Dr. Bear, I live here in the Southern California, the Los Angeles area, a very expensive area to live in, and one of the most expensive areas in the country. And my mortgage is less than that. With the mortgage, with the property taxes and house insurance rolled in, it's less than that. So I'm saying I'm kind of frozen. I'm very fortunate to be frozen in to the economics of the year 2000. That's when we got it, 2001. So yeah, it just shows you how much prices have inflated since then. Yeah, that studio apartments can cost more than a house, you know. And I live in a really expensive area, like I said. I mean, not this neighborhood necessarily, but just the Los Angeles area in general is very pricey compared to the rest of the nation. Super Bowl. I don't know if veganism keeps you young. It doesn't hurt, but I think it's lifestyle. You know, I don't really like smoke or drink. You know, I mean, I drink once in a while, but I don't like keep alcohol around to drink on a regular basis. I don't smoke nicotine cigarettes. I think a little cannabis, you know, sometimes, you know. I don't think that ages you like nicotine does. I think, I don't know, I'm not an expert in this, but I think it's lifestyle. And not having had kids too. That's a lot of stress and energy there. So I think it's lifestyle stuff. Let's see, AJ, your mortgage is $780 a month for a 4-bedroom house in a town of 3,000 people. Wow, that is awesome. How long ago did you start that mortgage, AJ? Or like, when did you buy that? If you don't mind sharing that, I'd be kind of curious what time frame the economics are frozen in there. You can't be 20 on Sugar Mountain. Yeah, that's speaking of Neil Young and age right there. That's a great song, Sugar Mountain. I used to listen to Live Rust a lot when I was younger. Hey, hey, my, and Like a Hurricane. I love that version of Like a Hurricane. I was so stoked when I saw him last time at that festival in Pasadena. He played Cortez the Killer, one of my favorite songs of Neil's. And it's going to take a lot of love. And one of my favorites too. I was super stoked, even though it was a huge place, you know, giant crowd. I would love to see that in a smaller setting. So let me know, Sarah, if he plays a lot of love. Going to take a lot of love and or Cortez. Okay, AJ, you started your mortgage back in 2005. Your house was under 90,000 then. CI, you're like me, frozen in the economics of like roughly 2 decades ago. You know, pretty close. You know, mine 2000, 2001 years, 2005. So yeah, we're frozen in those economic conditions. Which, you know, a lot of you younger people, like Gen Z people, weren't able, and a lot of millennials too, you weren't of age to like have jobs and, you know, savings to buy a house. You guys were probably like 10 years old or 18 or something like that, you know, so, or younger, you know, so and the things, you know, inflation has really been crazy since then. What's that, Uncle? The median price for a studio apartment where you live by the ocean in Southern California is $2,200 per month. Get that, guys. For a studio apartment over by Uncle, over $2,000 a month for a studio apartment. Again, I have an entire house here, priced at, you know, what I got it for in the year 2000. It's way less than that. Yeah, Dr. Bear, you and Mr. Bear thought you might foster or adopt, but everything's so expensive. You decide to remain childless. I don't know how many people your age can afford them. Yeah, I think about that quite often too. Not about the prospect of adopting, but just how do people afford being able to raise children right now? I mean, unless you have a really good, solid job, yeah, then I guess, you know, it's handled. But most of us, it would be a big struggle. Hey, Johnny, South Florida. I know Florida's crazy too, huh? South Florida, I'm talking about, yeah. I hope you're wrong there, Bill. The unhoused population in the U.S. will triple in the next 10 years. Something needs to be done. Let's see. Wow, just in 3 years, Sarah, houses have doubled in Bend, where you're at, Bend, Oregon, since you moved there 3 years ago. But it's still cheap compared to Marin. I think Marin is the most expensive county in California, or second most. It's up there. It's in the top 2 or 3. Marin's very expensive. If you're not sure where that is, guys, or not familiar with it, it's an area north of San Francisco in the Bay Area. Yeah, it's beautiful. I've stayed there before. We had one of my best friends back in the 90s. We used to house sit for a buddy of hers who's like an attorney. He had this really nice house there. He had a boat down in the marina there. I went down there a couple times. So anyway, we house sat for him. I loved it. I could live there forever, but there's no way in hell I'd ever be able to afford it there. It's super expensive. It's gorgeous, but yeah, out of my league for sure. Insane prices. Yeah, give them homes. Homeless people need homes. That's why they're homeless. Yeah, I mean, it sounds too simple, but yeah, money and city and local and state and federal budgets need to be differently thought out and address homelessness with actually helping homeless rather than like here, when there's a homeless problem, like there's some kind of situation, the police come, and the police are not the best resource to be handling homeless situations. All they can do is like arrest them or have them move somewhere. But if you have the same salaried there's like a budget going towards people who are trained in social services come out and help homeless people, you can get something to happen benefiting them. But we're just not seeing enough of that yet, unfortunately. Robert, you got your house for $165K in 2000. Wow, what part of the world is that? That sounds like a really good deal. Yeah, Sarah, yeah, Marin, it was crazy. 40 years, though, it will always be home. Yeah, Marin's great. If I could live in Marin, I would live in Marin, but there's just no way. But, I kind of like my plan to leave the mainland too and just get even more nature. But there's a lot of beautiful nature out there. In fact, I was zooming around on Zillow, the real estate app, a couple weeks ago, looking for seeing what kind of homes exist in that area. I saw this, it's probably still on the market. Look on Marin. There's this beautiful place in Bolinas. That's one of my dream places to live, is along the coast there. It's just north of Stinson Beach. It's a quiet little kind of hippie-ish kind of town. It's got a nice little surfing spot there for longboarding. Peaceful, chill place. Yeah, and I looked out in towns north of there too. There's some nice things, but yeah, all super pricey. But yeah, a nice dream home. It's even I think it was built in the 20s as well. So yeah, more. We like old houses. Anyway, Uncle, how much did our house cost when it was first sold? When it was first sold, like in 1911, I have no idea. I don't think I have any records that have that data stored. I'd been probably like $1,000 or something, maybe. I don't know. If there's a way to research that, let me know. What's that, AJ? You love the tiny home villages for the homeless being built in some cities. Yeah, there's one way to address it. Just get them housed, however it happens. I've seen some things like that happening in LA. I forgot what these kind of dome homes or something like that. I don't know how that's happening anymore. Milo, I don't know what that is. What is that you're talking about Georgia Guidestones? Yeah, Dr. Bear, yeah, there are a lot of empty units. Too bad we can't get people into them. In places like, say, San Francisco, too, where they're having a crisis in the commercial real estate market, like all the office space that was being used before COVID. Now there's so much remote working. There's all this, it's like a ghost town in downtown San Francisco. If they can transition that quickly to housing, that could do a world of good, because the housing population's got out of control in many places in California, San Francisco in particular. Let's see, in Marin, Sarah, you'll find a $1.8 million teardown. Yeah, not surprised. And Ben, you'll get a decent house on a tiny lot. Wow, that's pretty expensive still. $1.8 million for a house in Bend? I didn't know it was that expensive there. Wow. A non-teardown house. AJ, it's seriously expensive in South Florida right now. Even a small house is over $250,000 plus our hurricanes. Wow. Yeah, coming from a California real estate market like I live in, that sounds pretty good. If you can find a house for $250,000 in South Florida, that sounds amazing. But yeah, I guess hurricanes. If you're not in the path of that, cool. Start a pot farm in Humboldt. No, the time's already come and gone for that. Yeah, Sarah, I was just joking with Angie about San Francisco. Yeah, downtown San Francisco, Market Street, Tenderloin, all that's a huge mess right now. But yeah, the neighborhoods seem to be hanging on, more or less. I was joking with Angie, we just wait a few more years, we could buy ourselves a Victoria in San Francisco, because real estate prices are coming down, but they're not coming down that much that quickly, but they are dropping in San Francisco and a lot of Silicon Valley, like San Jose. Because San Francisco's an amazing city. It's a beautiful city. It was my dream Actually, instead of Hawaii, most of my life, my dream is to like to live in San Francisco again, as I did once before. As soon as I left, I go, I made a huge error. Why did I ever leave here? So I've been trying to figure out plans to get back. But after that is when the whole .com and internet technology stuff took off, and price of real estate just out of my reach. So, but I'm joking. If I wait a little longer, maybe it'll be back in my reach again. But I still think my Hawaii pun's better. Oh, Robert, I missed it. Where'd you say you got your house for that price back in 2000 or 2005? You said you got it for 165,000. Yeah. Or yeah. When and where was that? I missed that. If you told me, Robert. If you don't want to share that, totally cool. Forgive me if I missed it though. I agree with you 100%, Bill. Yeah. Even as a homeowner, I agree with you. Housing is a human right. The profit motive of capitalism will always exploit people, and it's so unfortunate that the profit motive of capitalism is finally just becoming so present in the housing market. That's one huge reason why housing has gotten more expensive, as we talked about earlier, about how commercial, just corporations are buying houses now to make more money. It's like, you're competing when you go and buy a house now. You're not necessarily just competing against other home buyers. You're competing against corporations as well. Yeah, San Francisco State is an awesome school. Yeah, my old singer from Los Barros Downwards got her master's from there. That's why I was living up there. We went there, for her to finish her master's, and we finished an album up there, and I had a great time. I had one of the best 6 months of my life living in San Francisco. Yeah, Peter, I heard about Bear Grylls. He's just he was embarrassed that he was a vegan. I'm so glad I never talked about that guy, Hey, look at Bear Grylls is eating vegan. Then he does crap like that. That's why I don't really talk about celebrities, because I don't trust them. Only celebrities I really trust are ones who are truly ethical vegans, not ones just trying to experiment with diet and crap like that, like Bear Grylls. No, we're talking Joaquin Phoenix, Moby, people like that, Alicia Silverstone. We have a bot here? Who's our bot? Let me know who do you think the bot is, Chris, and we will check it out. Foo, you almost went to San Francisco State, but you ended up at Humboldt State. You can't go wrong, but Humboldt State is just so amazing. Up there in Humboldt and Arcata in the woods. I really wish I had gone to school there now too. Yeah, Graham. Yeah, not to get too political again, but yeah, FDR wanted to make housing and a livable wage American rights, but we're losing that over time. I know, it's getting really scary. Yeah, Dr. Bear, it seems that many celebrities are self-absorbed and flaky. 100% Dr. Bear. Definitely not worth hyping them up for going vegan. Yeah, you listening, plant-based news, stop hype. It's embarrassing. Whenever I see a celebrity go vegan, you see plant-based news making a big story about it. No, you're going to have to delete that story in a few years, because they're more likely than not going to do some stupid stuff like Bear Grylls or Chris Hemsworth or his girlfriend Miley Cyrus, and the list goes on. Steve-O. Don't praise these flaky celebrities. Praise the ones that have been doing it, and they're in it for the animals, not some weird diet or health thing or something like that. Are you listening, Plant-Based News? Not bagging on you. I just cringe when I see those stories. But I still like you guys. You guys are awesome. But yeah, that's why I don't do stories about celebrities going vegan, because I know there's a 90% chance they will not be vegan in 3 or 4 years. Nadia was a sex bot. Oh, I missed Nadia. I mean, I don't miss her, but I don't think I saw Nadia's post. We have someone trying to debunk veganism? Where, Peter? Who are you? Where are you? We've been here an hour and a half and no one's tried to debunk veganism, despite the title of this live stream. So if someone is here to debunk veganism, let me know. Raise your hand, say something, and I will give you some attention here if you're trying to debunk veganism. Oh, Plant-Based News is going to be at Vegan Campout? I bet they will, yeah. Being in England, yeah, it makes so much sense for them to be involved with that. Let's see, Sean, your father-in-law your father-in-law and you bought a foreclosed home for $19,000. You put $3K into it and sold for $85,000. Well, that is an extremely successful flip there. So congratulations on that. Cora, you're trying to debunk veganism, but are a vegan? I'm not sure your motivations, Cora. We can discuss that later, but here, let's see what your thing is. I must have missed what you said, so if you want to try to debunk veganism, Cora, as a vegan, this might be a first. I remember a couple times, like maybe Travis has tried to just pretend he was not vegan and debunk veganism, but it doesn't really work out. But anyway, let's hear your debunking of veganism. Cora, let's check it out. Dr. Bear, you see, I'm not buying it. Oh, Robert Bird. Okay, Melbourne, Australia. Oh, okay, nice. Nice. You live in Melbourne. Yeah, I'd love to live in Australia. Yeah, that was on my list too of places. I've been thinking about this my whole life, guys. It's not like something I just came up with in the past like few months. Angie said ever since she met me, I always had some kind of plan of ending up somewhere other than here, you know? So yeah, Australia was on my list for a long time. Beautiful place, beautiful nature, coastline, surfing, lifestyle, all of that. But yeah, a bit expensive, and yeah, getting citizenship there to really get like, you know, healthcare and all that sounds like it'd be quite a lot. Considering I'm not like super wealthy or anything like that, and I'm not like in the prime of my working years. I have like a cool job, and you know they want people like that. So yeah, we're staying with the United States for the time being, and I think it's going to work out. Anyway, let's see. Where is Cora? Let me hear your argument, Cora. Coroa. Bill, the only reason you stopped being vegan is because you died and cannot do a video about why you quit veganism. Oh, Foo, that's cool. So it was destiny that you went to Humboldt State instead of San Francisco State because you met Mrs. Pooh there. Life was less complicated when we were young and dorky. I hear you. Huh, Graham. Wow, do you Canadians know anything about what Graham's saying there? How Canadian housing sales limited to citizens of some period? Vegan Western Australia has a draconian government, especially against vegans. Wow, I didn't know about that. Oh, sir, I didn't know you were getting into baking after college. Peter, I think you're saying instead of live it, you're trying to say limit, right? The government is trying to limit foreign buyers. I heard Hawaii is trying to do that too, because technically foreign buyers shouldn't be buying. Smesh, is Garland Farms banned? Yeah, I heard they made a hit video about me from last week's live stream, but I banned them because they were they're flinging poop on the walls last week. They said they had some debunking of veganism, so we put it up on the poop wall to look. I said, okay, respond to this absurd extreme claim that you made, and they just ignored it and went on to other stuff. I said, go back, don't throw new poop on the wall, answer my question. You're the one that brought this up. I didn't bring it up. You're the one that said it here on my live stream. Defend what you said here. They refused to, so I banned them because of our Livestream rules, which are, I show these all the time. I haven't showed them yet this week, but let's show them now just for clarity in case they are watching. They probably are because they seem to like our content and making videos about me. Rule number 3, when trying to debunk veganism, I've had this for a long time, a year or two. I will discuss only one of your claims at a time. Don't bring up new claims. Don't throw poop on the walls. Don't move the goalposts. No gaslighting. Just bring up your example or your claim or your argument, whatever you got. I'll put it up here so we all can see it, and then we'll sort through it using critical thinking and evidence-based information to come to a conclusion. But if you're just going to keep throwing new crap on the wall, we can't do that, and I don't allow that. So that's why they got banned. And Garland Farms is not the first person to get banned for not following the simple directions on how to debunk veganism. Just throw one thing up here. You just can't keep throwing poop, 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 poop over and over again. All right, Foo Man, you're sleep deprived and gotta go. I feel I should get going. I can't stay up too late as well because our plumber is coming at the crack of dawn tomorrow. Well, pretty crack of dawn for me. So anyway, I can't stay up that late tonight. Where's our vegan debunker? Has that person showed back up here? Koroa or something like that? I'm looking. I don't see Koroa. Oh, Peter, Ryan, I asked some people and they want us to speak at Vegan Camp Out. That's really nice of you to do that, Peter. I appreciate being thought about and having my name put out there. And I encourage you to do that. I want people to remember we're still here. We're still doing stuff. That is nice of you, Peter. But yeah, unfortunately, we still have a cat sitter, and yeah, we're not really able to travel that effectively right now because we need someone that we trust here. But I'm working on it. Milo, Monsanto and Bill Gates are buying up Hawaii. Screw them. I'm going to start buying my little 1 acre plot at some point. I did say the word plumber and crack at the same time. Kura, you said you're vegan. Are you going to debunk veganism? If you are going to do it now, Kura. If not, then don't. But I'll give you one last chance here to debunk veganism rather than announcing that you want to debunk veganism. Actually, let's see the debunking of veganism. Yeah, I'm not a morning person at all, Dr. Bear, but whatever we got to do. If I'm going to feel all tired and cracked out tomorrow, getting up at the crack of dawn, so I use the word crack twice there, so be it. If the work's going to get done and fix our bathroom, I'm cool with it. Yeah, Robert, Australia has great healthcare as opposed to the United States, no healthcare. You're on your own here, completely on your own. Even though we pay more, we're completely on our own here. Koroa, the best debunk against veganism is if you're just cruel and accepting of being cruel. Huh? How is that debunking veganism? Does anyone get it? Maybe I'm just tired today. I didn't sleep well last night. Yeah, Dr. Bear, how is that debunking of veganism? Okay, it's not just me. Thank you, Dr. Bear, for confirming. I'm just not like, it's going right over me because I'm like, have vegan brain frog right now. Yeah, do that, Peter. Yeah, protest horse carriage racing for sure. Yeah, okay, AJ. Yeah, doesn't get it either. So we're not the only one. So Crow, we'll give you one more shot. Crow, are you that person that just comes back and makes fake accounts every week? I'm not sure, but you might want to try it one more time, Crow, because no one understands your argument there, which makes me think you're that person that comes back every week, because that's kind of like the fingerprint, if you will, of the person that does that. Oh, you're talking to us. Uncle, you pay $164 per month for Medicare Advantage plan. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out for me in the future. I got to factor that into my budgets and stuff. Oh, I think Drew explained Kuro's argument. Okay, thanks for your interpretation, Drew, because it didn't make any sense whatsoever to me. So I think Drew V92 made some sense of what Kuro was trying to say there. So Drew says, I don't think it debunks it. It's just an argument that can't be had. If someone is okay with being cruel, then yeah, they won't see any benefit to. Okay, that's what they're trying to say. So Kuro's trying to say some people just don't care about animal cruelty. They're totally fine with it. They don't give a crap. Well, okay, that might be them. That just means they don't ever want to go vegan. Okay, that doesn't debunk veganism. It says, I don't care about being cruel to animals. In fact, I'm totally cool with it. All right, that just expresses their inner beliefs. Doesn't debunk veganism, or doesn't debunk Hawaiian music. It doesn't debunk veganism. Veganism is a proposition that exists independently of someone's beliefs. Wow, Peter, that's a sad story. Yeah, healthcare in our country here, the United States, is a sad story. Yeah, Hutchie. It's about debunking veganism. You can't debunk a moral stance. Someone says, I don't care. Like, okay, you didn't debunk veganism, you just expressed your inner opinion. That doesn't debunk veganism. It just says you don't care about veganism. You didn't debunk veganism, it just says you don't care about the ethics of veganism. Doesn't debunk it. Yeah, I'm feeling really, really hungry today. Probably because I didn't have a huge lunch. That could be it. Anyway. Yeah, of course. What's Piers gonna say to Joey, right? I didn't see this. I wasn't sure if Joey was actually on the Piers Morgan show, so I'll check it out now for sure. Yeah, Piers doesn't care. He's one of these people that says, I don't care. Animal cruelty, I don't care. It's all good. So why would he care? Yeah. Doesn't mean veganism's debunked. It just shows that Piers Morgan doesn't give a crap about animal cruelty. What's for dinner? I think Angie's gonna make us a stir fry tonight. So that sounds really good. Probably some tofu, some rice, some veggies. That sounds awesome. Ooh, you guys have some good ones there, Hutchie and Drew. I wish I could have some of that right now. Oh man, I gotta watch it now. Okay, I'm definitely gonna watch Joey's video from what you guys are saying. Piers Morgan said he wasn't an animal lover because he's an insect activist. Yeah, so screw all these mammals, these sentient, warm-blooded mammals with brains and central nervous systems. No, Piers Morgan draws the line at insects. Yeah, it makes so much sense. Harm all the warm-blooded mammals with brains all you want, but protect bees. That makes zero sense. Yeah, insect activists are all full of crap. If anything, they should be consistent. If they have such passion for protecting insects, they should carry that same passion over to animals, but they don't because they're all completely full of crap. All right, no talking about food right now, okay? Please, no talking about food right now, or else this live stream is going to end really soon. Please don't talk about food right now. I'm really feeling not having a big lunch right now. Yes, they're all hypocrites, Giovanni. First, they don't really care about insects. If they did, they'd really do something, like start some kind of insect activist group. No, he just says that to try to make vegans look like hypocrites. But yeah, they're hypocrites. I'm sure he mows lawn. He doesn't go out of his way to like protect insects or anything like that. It's just a bunch of hot air bull-larky. Bull-larky. I'm going to trademark that word, bull-larky. No, don't say Panda Express. I don't think we're going to get any, Giovanni. Like I said, with the plumbing happening all day tomorrow, we're probably going to have to go out and get a meal or two, or three even, maybe. Who knows? So we're going to save eating out until tomorrow when we really have to. Or at least getting takeout. Yeah, Uncle, he's just trying to be a sensationalist. Piers Morgan. That's all he does. That's why anyone ever talks about him in the media, like, wow, did you say that crazy, insane bullarchy thing that Piers Morgan said last night? That's it. That's the only reason why anyone ever talks about him. No one ever says, wow, did you see the wise, cogent words that Piers Morgan said last night? Said no one ever. Huh, Piers, I'll check that out. Peter, I'll check that out. He was panicking at that point. I really got to see this now. I totally got to see it. Wow. Dr. Bear says that insect activism, in quotes, because we know there's no real insect activists, but they'll act like it, is just a post hoc justification for carnists who want to continue eating meat. It's not a good faith argument at all. Because, yeah, why would they have so much concern for insects and pretty much zero concern for animals? It makes no sense. How can you have such inconsistent moral beliefs? Oh, because it's convenient, because you eat the animals and you don't eat the insects. That's how they do it. They're not consistent and it's so convenient. That's called hypocrisy. Hey, Jana, because I'm so hungry right now. So that's why I'm advising us to not go on the topics of food at this particular moment. Different live stream next week, yeah, for sure. But yeah, right now, it's just going to make me run to the kitchen. Yeah, good point, Sam. Yeah, vegans are trying to make society more compassionate, which will eventually, hopefully, bring better agricultural practices. But meat eaters aren't going to bring better agricultural practices. And sure enough, insect activists won't do that. Yeah, they used to call them shock jocks back in the radio day for sure. Sorry, I got some nose issue there. Veganism debunked. Oh, you guys keep talking about food. Please don't talk about food. Please don't talk about food right now. Please don't talk about food. I didn't have the biggest lunch. I ate lunch, but it wasn't a big lunch. Yeah, I can't go grab a snack right now. I'll just probably end the live stream if I go grab a snack. Are you watching, Angie? If you want to bring me a snack, like something like, I don't know, if we have a snack like that little Asian cracker snack we got at Trader Joe's, that would be tasty right now. Or maybe some almonds. Like almonds, because that pisses people like Piers Morgan off. He's saying like almonds and all the bees kill. Like vegans don't even eat that many almonds compared to meat eaters, but I'm gonna eat more almonds than I ever have now just to piss Piers Morgan off. I feel it's my duty to eat almonds since we're the ones responsible for all the bees and almond harvesting. I'm gonna try to represent vegans as highly as possible in that count of the breakdown of vegans versus non-vegans as far as almond consumption goes. Yeah, Dr. Bear. I love that guy that went on Piers Morgan and show and said he doesn't eat almonds or avocados. Yeah, how come he always brings it up? Like, most non-vegans I know eat avocados and almonds. Why is it a vegan thing all of a sudden? It shows you how stupid he is. He can't even get his concepts tight. Anyway, yeah, almonds and avocados. Veganism Debunked 2023. Graham, I've seen some of the live streams. I saw the one of the Los Angeles shows since I didn't go, so I watched one of those. And on YouTube, you can watch the first song of set 1 and 2, and often it's several songs, and they play until basically they actually stop a song. In the Dead's case, that could be like 20-30 minutes of music, so I've seen a lot of those. I'll go look and see on my app, like, oh, last night, ooh, they opened with like Shakedown Street. Hell yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Ooh, Feels Like a Stranger. Oh man, they played the first 3 songs for Blues from Allah. Hell yeah, like Help on the Way, Slipknot, and Franco's Tower. Hell yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Oh, cool. Eyes of the World. Hell yeah, I'll watch that. So I've seen pretty much a whole concert or two just from like first songs. But yeah, I'll watch probably the last few shows. I'll rent those for sure. It's kind of pricey though, like $30. So me, I'm kind of frugal. I'm gonna try to save as much money as I can, or spend the least amount I have to. Yeah, Dr. Bear, exactly. Everyone freaks out and blame vegans. Everyone freak out and blame vegans for almond consumption. Like, vegans probably consume maybe like 3% of almond consumption because we're about 3% of the population maybe. So why is it a vegan thing since 97% of almonds are consumed by non-vegans? Exactly. Pay no attention to the vast amount of water used to grow alfalfa, which is feed crop for livestock. But yeah, they use way more water. Way more water is used to produce feed crops here in California, like alfalfa for livestock. Yeah, it's way less water for the almonds that are produced here. And we supply like 96 or 98% of the United States almond production with our little bit of water here that we use, But yeah, they use more water for alfalfa and livestock feed crops here in California. And it doesn't supply like 98% of the meat supply of the United States. Not even close. It's a ridiculous and what's the word I'm looking for? I'm so hungry now. It's disingenuous comparison. Bill, you can stream thousands of live shows, audio, SBDs for free. Yeah, a lot of the Dead's music is on the internet, like on archive, but we're talking about like the shows that are happening right now. The ones when they're like playing like every almost every night as they're on tour right now. It's gonna another couple more weeks before the tour is over. Get a goddamn snack. It's a sad to watch. Now I know to never do a live stream without having the amount of food that I think I need ahead of time. I had a weird day. I had to run out to a store today. After I went to the gym, did my thing, came back, had some breakfast really quick. I had to run out to drive like 13 miles away from here to go to the tile store. The flooring store to get the flooring for our kitchen, which is going to start getting worked on next week. I went to a store last night. they said on the computer they had the mount I needed. I got there, they had none of the kind I was looking for. None, zero, even though the computer said, yeah, we have tons of it. So I knew the other store in another city had some, but they're already closed by the time last night. Anyway, I went there today. I didn't eat right because of that. It kind of messed me up a little bit. I do got some delicious cherries, Uncle, but we're working through them. And we're working through the $40 of cherries we bought last week. Yeah, Dr. Bear, all these arguments that meat eaters give about how great their practices are, they're not good. Not good. They're bularchy. Bularchy. My favorite movie, depends when you ask me, Drew, because my birthday is coming up next month, like I said. And usually on my birthday, I get to call, let me watch one of my favorite movies or something. So I think last year we watched Ishtar, one of my favorite movies from the 80s. It was totally roasted at the time, still is, but I think people are starting to figure out what a brilliant movie it is. Anyway, this year I was thinking Dirty Harry, maybe. I know, you're going, no, I love Dirty Harry. Like San Francisco, 1972 or something like that. Clint Eastwood at his peak. That movie's amazing. That story's scary as hell. And anyway, I was thinking of Dirty Harry, then I just said, I was thinking about watching Contact, the movie that Carl Sagan wrote starring Jodie Foster and Matt McConaughey about, making contact with a form of alien intelligence through... Anyway, I was thinking about maybe watching that again. And Angie said, we have the Grateful Dead movie CD here. I said, hey, we haven't watched that in like maybe 10 years, so maybe we'll watch that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, the Zodiac Killer, yeah. So yeah, those are some of my favorite movies there. Hey, Jeremy, I'll probably be ending this live stream pretty soon because I'm hungry AF, but good to see you there. So yeah, I like usually kind of older movies, vintage movies. Those are all great movies, awesome. They all don't make sense together. Last year I watched Aguirre, The Wrath of God, a movie by Werner Herzog. I don't know if you guys are into like that. That's another early 70s movie. You guys might know Werner Herzog. He's made all these many documentaries in the past like 10, 20 years for an American audience. But his best movies were back in the 70s. Fitzgeraldo and Aguirre. Yeah, what do you mean? He made Grizzly Man. The one about the caves in Europe, the painted caves. Made one about Antarctica. Made one about volcanoes. He's a weird dude. I like him. I think he's an amazing man, amazing director, amazing mind. Glad he's still making stuff after all these decades. Also, one of my favorite movies is Only Lovers Left Alive. You guys know that. I plug that every fall. We bought it because it was like only $1 more to own than rent, so we can watch it anytime we want. But I don't think we'll watch it right now. I think we just watched it around Halloween last year. Dr. Bear, definitely not a feel-good movie, but illuminating what our government does, violating human rights in the name of the war on terror. What movie is that? The Mauritanian? Am I pronouncing that right? About a Guantanamo Bay prisoner. I have seen that title around somewhere before. Let's see, what do you got there, Sarah? Brain Candy, Charade, Harold and Maude. God, I kind of vaguely remember Harold and Maude. And The Apartment are yours. Yeah, I don't know if I listed my favorite movies, but those are some that I enjoy. This is Spinal Tap's one of my all-time favorite movies. Let's see, what else? Gosh, that's all that's coming to mind right now. I mean, there's a whole bunch more. There's foreign films too. But anyway, those are American movies. How am I pronouncing it? Mauritanian. For Mauritania. Okay, I don't know. I'm totally still botching it up probably. Oh, and Werner Herzog, speaking of Nosferatu, made a great Nosferatu as well, with Klaus Kinski. My Dinner with Andre. Has anyone seen My Dinner with Andre? One of my favorite independent films. Let's see. I got it right that time, Dr. Bear. Thank you. I'm not going to do it again because I'm hungry and will probably mispronounce it because when I'm hungry, I get stupid. I've never seen Avatar, to be honest with you. I've never seen the new or the old Avatar. Okay, if you guys saw my dinner with Andre, if any of you guys are like artists, you know, it doesn't matter what kind, if you're musicians, painters, poets, or whatever, watch my dinner with Andre. Please do, okay? Just stop what you have planned for tonight in the live stream. Watch my dinner with Andre. I remember I saw it on a streaming service a few years ago. I showed it to Angie, so it's out there somewhere. Check it out, or rent it if you must. John Wick 4 has a nice knife fight for 10 minutes. Wow. Oh, Giovanni, they're both on Disney Plus. Which both are on Disney Plus, Giovanni? Let me know, because I think we're gonna get Disney Plus again sometime in July. Probably hold on to it for a month or two, but let me know. So I want to make sure I maximize what we watch when we get Disney Plus again. Yeah, Heidi, I like quirky, slow-moving indie films too. Same with Angie. Yeah, we don't really need all the CGI stuff and all the shooting and things like that. Yeah, old-fashioned slow movies. Yeah, the old Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns are good too. Yeah. High Plains Drifter. I think that was my favorite of the spaghetti westerns. But yeah, Dirty Harry is my favorite Clint Eastwood movie. Play Misty for Me was nice too. If anyone hasn't seen that, that's a nice late 70s one, I think. It shows the town of Carmel, or Pacific Grove in Carmel, where he ended up living and becoming mayor of. Check that out. It's a beautiful movie. Let's see. And I like Buddha, movies about Buddha too. Like The Little Buddha. It's hard to find right now. I actually had to find it on the internet, like on Daily Motion. It's a beautiful movie. A famous Italian director shot it. Chris Isaac is one of the stars. But yeah, check out The Little Buddha. That's a really cool movie. Keanu Reeves is the big star. Keanu Reeves plays Buddha. he's mind-blowingly good, way better than any character, better than he does in The Matrix or Bill and Ted. To me, it's like his career-defining role. And yeah, check out The Little Buddha if you can. Kundun is cool too. 7 Years in Tibet. I like movies about the Buddha. Maybe I'm a little biased, but I like Buddha movies. Let's see. Yeah, cut the cable, Uncle. Angie and I haven't had cable in a decade, maybe. It's so easy now. It's like going vegan. It's so easy now. Maybe it wasn't that easy 10, 15 years ago, and cutting cable wasn't 10, 15 years ago. It's so easy now to cut cable, Uncle. I'll give you all my tips. We can have a phone call, I'll tell you everything I do. Babe. I saw Babe back in the day. I remember I took it, I think, right before I took maybe the LSAT test or something like that. I remember it totally chilled me out. I was all stressed out, so I went to the $2 theater by my house and watched Babe, and I felt totally chill after that. I haven't heard of that, Peter. Hogwood, A Modern Story. No. Sarah, you never had cable your whole adult life. Yeah, I'm pretty close to that too. I don't think we've had cable since before 2010. I'll go back to maybe 2005 or something like that, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, around 05, song MLF, somewhere around there. Don't have a TV, Heidi. Awesome, you can't have cable then. Wow, Peter, the actor James Cromwell became vegan after working on Babe. Wow, that's cool. No, I haven't seen Parasite. That's one of those the Korean movies, right? No, I haven't seen that yet. Strange enough, I'm all into all this other Korean music and Korean culture. I haven't seen too many of the Korean movies, strangely. I'm not sure why. I'm sure I'll see it at some point. I think, isn't it kind of scary or something like that? Or I forgot, isn't it? I don't watch too many scary movies. Sir, you don't watch anything about baseball lately. An occasional Netflix and no chill. Oh, sorry about the not chill part. One thing I'm streaming now, and you can probably imagine why, is was going back to season 1, episode 1, Magnum PI. I think we're on episode 10, season 1 or something like that. I'm trying to get my way through it. We'll just watch it here and there, nothing religious or anything like that. But yeah, I was just watching Magnum PI, seeing all the 80s Hawaii, just kind of inspiring me a little bit, yeah. Ooh, turn into classic movies. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, okay. as far as old movies go, Angie and I are completely in love. If anyone, let me know if anyone here knows about the movies that have the choreography of Busby Berkeley. It's amazing. It's just mind-blowing choreography. I mean, if watch. I wish I could recall one of those movies right now that has some of the bitchin' choreography. Anyone knows the one where they sing like "Petting in the Park"? That song, that movie. That's a good one. But yeah, it's mind-blowing. Especially if you smoke a little cannabis too. It's crazy how he did all that. It just the patterns he makes with people, like hundreds of people. It's just completely insanely genius. Oh, we have a hater here. Do I really look like that in real life? You look like your old friend? Oh, you're not a hater. What do you mean? This is what I look like. What do you mean? Like, do I have like fake crap or something like that? No, this is what I look like. Who's your old friend, Telly Savalas? I think I saw Goonies back when it came out like in the 80s or something. I don't remember too much about it. I don't think it hit my heart that big or anything like that. Oh, do I use a filter? No, I don't have a filter on this. No, I don't use. No, I use a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera with a Panasonic lens. Nothing. No filter in the software or the hardware. No, there's nothing like this. This is what I look like, man. In case that's what you're asking, I don't use filters. So unlike that raw vegan guy, the guy that says he can cure any disease known to man through eating raw food or something like that, seen him use a few filters. Nope, I don't use filters. But Telly, if there's something you want to say besides I look like your old friend, you could tell us more. Oh, Milo, if we're talking about David Carradine and Kung Fu, yeah, I love that show too. Yeah, with all there's like, Buddhist philosophy sprinkled in that show, and old California kind of vibes there, the West. Yeah, that's one of my favorite shows too, is Kung Fu, the 70s one. I tried watching that modern one, but I'm not feeling it for some reason. Oh, speaking of stuff like that, Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, one of my favorite movies. If you've never seen that, check that out. That's an amazing film. Yeah, Antonio, I have natural vegan beauty, right? I have natural vegan beauty. I was never a big Columbo person. Telly Savalas, is that? Oh, no, Columbo. That's I'm getting them all mixed up right now. I guess I'm getting hungry. Now, as far as my investigator shows, Magnum PI is mine. Snatched. God, I don't know if I remember that movie. X-Files is nice, yeah. I used to watch that in the 90s, and Angie and I watched it again in our older age here, like a few years back. Watched them from episode 1 to the end, basically. Yeah, that's a nice show. That's fun. It's funny. It's a funny show. I like it, though. I feel kind of comfortable watching it for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, Giovanni, Bruce Lee was a legend. It's such a tragedy that he's no longer with us. Sarah, you got to bounce. I should get bouncing too, Sarah. I'm pretty starved, as you know. Yeah, same with you, Drew. Yeah, if you guys are all leaving, I should split too and join Angie. Like I said, I got to go to bed a little earlier tonight because the plumber's coming pretty early. That means I got to get up early and take care of some stuff to prepare and stuff. So yeah, I should bounce too, and I should go eat. Why am I pretending I could conduct a live stream right now when I'm just starving and stuff? So I guess I did a pretty good job. But I apologize if I haven't been as on top of things as I can be and have been. Let me turn my AC off though. Yeah, Peter, I'll try to get a member-only live stream. I want to do one for sure. I tell you, this week's gonna be really tough with all the home repair, the plumber, and then we have the kitchen flooring happening next week too. So it's really throwing off our production schedules, and being able to be creative and have time and not a bunch of crazy noise and banging and tools and machines. So I'll hopefully the week after next, I'll try to get Angie on board to do one, not next week, but the week after next. But maybe, who knows, maybe one day next week we'll have some time. Maybe, it'll all work out. We'll see. But yeah, we haven't forgotten about the concept, Peter, and thank you for keeping reminding me of it. So I'll keep, pressing Angie for us to like get a time and date nailed down, and we'll let you guys know. So if you want to make sure you can watch of our members only live streams, become a channel member. Hit the join button on our channel page or down in the show description, in the show notes, we have a link there. You get some special member only access. The vlogs that Angie makes are generally members only. I think once she forgot to switch it off. She left it on for everyone because she forgot, but generally these vlogs that Angie is making lately are for the members. I'll check out those videos you sent me, Peter. Thank you so much, Peter, for sending me those videos. I'm going to take a look at them, and hopefully I'll have some time between all the construction going on here. I'll have a little bit of time, a window, Sunday into Monday, to try to get something done. Tuesday is going to suck because 4th of July here is living hell. People just blow crap up. They're blowing crap up already, and, they don't care about animals, people with PTSD. It sucks. So yeah, it sucks here. I hope you guys can have a decent 4th of July, but we dread that day. We hate it, and we just gonna have to sit here and try to stay with our animals, keep them calm and all that. So anyway, guys, that's our week. We have a lot to look forward to. Just kidding. Yeah, home construction and people blowing crap up and stress. But anyway, guys, thanks for being here with us. Things will be okay. I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just letting you know next week's gonna be weird, and that's it. I just accept it. Next week's weird, and that's how life's gonna be. So anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for being part of our Friday live stream experience. It is an experience, and being part of our family. Whether you're a Happy Fam member or not, you're all part of our larger extended vegan family. So, yeah, that's it, guys. I don't want to mumble anymore. I'm going to go take care of my hunger needs. So until next time, guys, remember, much love to you all. Thank you, our moderators, Peter and Uncle, for being here with us, and all our great viewers. Doesn't suck being vegan. Bye, guys.